company, always on the run. Destiny is a rising sun. Oh.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the great state of Montana. Hey, the video I want to do for you this morning is on the pros and cons of the 6.5 Creedmoor. Now, I know you saw my previous video on the Ruger American rifle and 6.5 Creedmoor, and what I wanted to do this morning was, you know, there's been a lot of ink that's been spilled. There's been a lot of internet gossip about how the 6.5 Creedmoor is an excellent long-range rifle. Well, it is for target competition. That's actually what the rifle and cartridge was invented for. But, in all practicality, for hunting applications, for antelope, deer, it's about a 300, 350 yard cartridge. Now, that being said, I know there's going to be people that argue that they've killed animals a lot further than that with it. Well, that's okay, but as an effective antelope and deer cartridge, it's about a 350 yard rifle. A 6.5 Creedmoor launches a 130 grain bullet out the end of the muzzle at 2,900 feet a second. 2,900. Once you start getting out past 350, 400 yards, it really starts to lose a little bit. Not a lot, but a little. Like I said, it's an accurate cartridge, but I think what a misconception is people think that because it's so hyper accurate, it makes a long-range hunting cartridge. I know, I've seen videos on YouTube where people are taking shots at elk at 1,300 yards with the 6.5 Creedmoor. Shows them getting the animal too. Well, you have to be real careful about that. And this is why. No rifle cartridge, no conventional hunting cartridge was ever developed or designed to take game animals at that distance, with the only exception possibly being the 50 caliber BMG. The problem that I have, and I got into an argument here a few days back with a guy, he was saying that if you can hit it, why can't you shoot at it? Well, if you're just going by paper ballistics, that may be true, but in the real world, nothing works as planned. People don't take into consideration wind drift, temperature, elevation, humidity. Is it raining? Is it snowing? You know, I guess I'm getting older, and my problem is back when I was a young man, we would brag about how close you could get to an animal before you killed it, not how far you were when you killed it. And that kind of brings me back to the 6.5 Creedmoor. There's been a lot of people out there, you know, that sit back and say that this rifle, you know, and cartridge is good for out to 1,000 yards. Well, that's fine on paper. But it's not penetrating heavy bone. You're shooting under what I would call ideal conditions, meaning when you're at the range shooting paper, you already know how far your given target is. You already know what the ambient air temperature is. In hunting applications, you don't always have that luxury. I mean, you can start out in the morning, be like it is now, 30 degrees, sun shining, and by noon it'd be up to 60 degrees. All that plays a factor in bullet drop. You know, I argue with people all the time. Even your heavy Magnum calibers, your 7 Remington mag, your 300 Winchester mag, even they're only effective on elk size game out to about 500 yards. And you're going to try to convince me that you're going to take a 6.5 Creedmoor that only has a powder capacity of about 43 grains, and you're going to outshoot a 7 Remington mag or 300 Winchester Magnum at distance? I don't think so. Now, the argument could be made that a precision rifleman, knowing his weapon and his load, can shoot at a given distance and know where his bullet's going to drop and how much energy it has. Well, that's true. But again, as Murphy's Law dictates, anything that can go wrong will go wrong at the moment of truth. Don't misunderstand me in this video. I'm not downplaying the 6.5 Creedmoor. I'm not. The pros of this rifle and cartridge is it's a short action cartridge. The rifles are small and compact and they're light. They are accurate. They are ideal rifles for women and children and for guys that want something a little different. By no means are they ineffective, but I think people have to stop and take into consideration that you know, there is a moral aspect there. I mean, you know, what distance is too far? I mean, if you're going to take a 6.5 Creedmoor and you're going to shoot at a deer or an elk at 1,300 yards, I seriously think you need to have your head examined, and I really think that you need to try to get a whole hell of a lot closer to that animal before you pull the trigger. Like 1,300 yards, you know, you're getting up into the range of 50 BMG, not 6.5 Creedmoor. But that said, that's probably about the only con to this cartridge. Is, like I said, out to 300, 350 yards, yeah, it works great. Would I use it for elk? Yes, if under the right conditions. If I was hunting elk and timber, where I was going to get a shot maybe 300 yards or less, yes, with proper bullet, I would do that, such as your Nosler AccuBond or Nosler Petition or your Barnes Triple Shock. With proper shot placement, yes, I would. But as a general purpose, all around 0 to 800 to 1,000 yard hunting cartridge, no. But I just thought I'd want to clear the air about that with some people. Like I said, there's a lot of pros to this cartridge and rifle, but there's also a few cons. And once people take that into consideration, as with any rifle or cartridge, then they will become a better hunter and not a shooter. So from the great state of Montana on a good crisp fall morning, this is the Carbine Cowboy saying, see you next time.